Lionsgate Portal 888. This is the chart for August 8th, 2024. The green lines represent inconveniences, the red lines represent challenges, and the blue lines represent harmony. So let's look at what's going on today because it is a great day for manifesting. And being that we have so many planets retrograde, this is a great time for manifesting without putting too much hard work into it. Up until now, a lot of us have been putting in the work to manifest the things we want. And under this Lionsgate portal, it is a time to pay attention to what is happening. Pay attention to what is manifesting or trying to be manifested in our lives. We see here Pluto's retrograde, Saturn, Neptune, Mercury is retrograde, and they are presenting inconveniences to one another. But the good thing is that they are all retrograde. So they're all just laying around, not really trying to do too much. Speaking of that, you might find yourself lying around, not really trying to do too much because the planets are not really activating much inside of us at this time. Now, I like to talk about Neptune retrograde because when Neptune is retrograde, Neptune has us thinking more realistically. So we're thinking more realistically, but at the same time, we're not trying to do too much. So this is a great time for observing, for letting things happen. All of the work that we've put in, this is a time to watch the magic happen in our lives. Now, Jupiter and Mars are not retrograde over here. So this is where a lot of our energy is coming from to bring us manifestations, to bring us the realizing of our goals. Okay, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is right here next to Mars, the planet of action, and they are not retrograde. Now, we do have a little bit of challenges coming from Neptune over here, but remember, Neptune is retrograde, so Neptune is really not trying to be a challenge to Jupiter and Mars. So that is good energy. This is a great chart for manifesting. And also over here we have the Sun in a bit of a challenge to Saturn. But remember, Saturn is retrograde. So Saturn is really not trying to do too much. So Saturn is like telling the Sun, you know what? Do whatever you want. The world is yours. It's Leo season. Lionsgate portal is open. And I'm retrograde, so I'm not. This is Saturn talking. Saturn is like, you know what? I'm not trying to do too much. I'm not trying to present any inconveniences to anybody. I'm just over here chilling. Saturn is chilling, everybody. So that is good energy. So this is a great time for manifestation because, again, Jupiter and Mars are kind of like the stars. Well, you know, the sun is always the star. But Jupiter and Mars are really in a position to make things happen for us. So again, like I said the other day, pay attention to where Jupiter and Mars are transiting in your chart because this is a great time for you to manifest things in that area of your life. Another thing I want to talk about is the fact that Uranus is not retrograde, but guess what? Uranus is not presenting a challenge to anyone. Uranus is in a good aspect to the moon. Uranus is in a good aspect to Neptune. So Uranus is, you know, a pretty satisfied planet right now. Uranus is a pretty just chill planet right now. Uranus is not causing too much havoc in this chart. Now remember, you always have to look in your natal chart and see how this transiting chart, how all of this is interacting with your natal chart. Okay? So you have to compare this chart to the transiting chart. This is the transiting chart. Okay, this is the transiting chart right now. Trying to write transiting. This is the transiting chart. But you have to look at your natal chart and compare it to this chart, okay? To get a good understanding of what is going on in your life right now. Because this is the chart of the hour, the chart of the time, the chart of the day. And this changes by the minute. With the moon being the fastest moving planet or luminary, the moon and sun are really luminaries. But anyway, we have good energy today. This is the Lionsgate portal. This is looking like a trine, but it's really not a like true trine right here. You see, we have a blue line going between the moon and Pluto. 1 minute. Back to where we were. We have a blue line going from the moon to Pluto. We have a blue line going from Pluto to Uranus. We have a blue line going from Uranus to the moon. So it's looking like a trine, but in reality it's not a true full-blown trine. But this is the universe letting us know this is easy flow energy. Even here with these little bit of inconveniences, it's looking like flow. So this is a chart of flow. Lionsgate portal, this is a time of flow. This is a time for us to let things flow into our lives.